Okay, let's dive right in. We are going to be unpacking a topic that is, let's be honest, on everyone's mind right now: the intentional use of generative AI in higher education. This is all about moving past the initial panic and really finding the pedagogical purpose.
You know, tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude, they're not on the horizon anymore. They are here. They're in our students' pockets, on their laptops, and that lands a fundamental question on the desk of every single college and university out there. And look, it's so easy to get dazzled by the technology itself. But the real conversation, the one that truly matters, has to shift away from all that hype and focus squarely on a simple question. How does this actually make our students better thinkers, better creators, and future leaders?
This really presents a critical choice, a fork in the road. Do we adapt and actually equip our students for the world they're walking into, or do we risk becoming obsolete and, frankly, failing them in the process?
And the stakes? Well, they couldn't be clearer. You see the path of resistance on the left. It leads to an outdated curriculum and, eventually, institutional irrelevance. But the path of thoughtful integration? That leads directly to what we all want: preparing successful students for whatever comes next.
You know, this isn't a new challenge. Way back in 2014, researchers Holland and Holland pointed this very thing out. The core principle holds true today. Technology has to be a tool that serves learning, not just a distraction that undermines it.
Okay, so if we're going to integrate AI intentionally, we have to be really clear-eyed about the reality on the ground. That means balancing all of the incredible potential with some of the very, very real risks.
And the research, it paints a really nuanced picture. Studies from folks like Afifah to Blacken and Tomlinson show students are already using AI as this powerful assistant. It helps them overcome writer's block, brainstorm ideas, even find evidence. But the concerns are just as significant. Researchers like Barshay and Bhattacharjee are warning about the danger of students just offloading critical thinking and becoming way too reliant on the tool.
So, it really all boils down to this. If we were to distill this entire massive debate down to a single question from a student's perspective, this would be it. And this question needs to be at the absolute heart of every single decision we make. Because, you see, this isn't some abstract academic debate we're having. The answer to that question has direct, tangible consequences for our graduates' ability to get a job and, thrive in a world that is changing incredibly fast.
What does this number mean? Well, according to the World Economic Forum, 59, that's almost 60% of all workers, are going to need significant upskilling by 2030. Think about that. The world of work is not waiting for higher ed to catch up.
And this chart just brilliantly illustrates where all that training needs to be focused. The top 3 fastest growing skill sets are all explicitly technological, with AI and big data leading the entire pack. I mean, the demand is just undeniable.
So what does this mean for us? It means our graduates need a very specific set of AI-related skills. And this isn't about learning to code in AI. It's about learning to collaborate with it. Skills like effective prompting, critically vetting what the AI spits out, and using it as a creative partner, that's the new literacy for the knowledge economy.
And if we don't teach these skills, well, we're simply passing the buck. We're creating a skills deficit that puts the burden of costly, time-consuming training onto employers and, most importantly, right onto the shoulders of our own graduates. So the path forward, the path to relevance, is a strategic one. It starts with building a foundational AI literacy across the entire curriculum. Then, you move to teaching the critical skill of evaluating AI outputs. From there, we absolutely must show students how to use these tools as creative partners. And finally, we have to redesign our assessments to actually measure these new, essential skills.
So the key takeaway here is this. This is not about chasing the latest shiny tech trend. This is a strategic imperative. Intentionality is the bridge between the promise of AI and genuine student success, making sure higher education continues to be what it has always strived to be: relevant, innovative, and just deeply empowering.
Which really leaves us with the final critical question. The tools are here. The future of work is clear. And the choice, whether to adapt or to become obsolete, now rests with each and every institution.